Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode on Terraria Spirit Mod. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, last episode, what we have done is we have gone and we have successfully battled and defeated the Moon Lord. It's pretty fun. It wasn't that hard at all. We simply came in there, fought him, used the nurse, healed up, and, well, killed him. And it was, frankly speaking, quite easy. And then afterwards, I fought him and killed him a second time, because that's how much I hate him, and because I needed the Luminite bars. And now, because I've defeated him twice, why am I here? Let's change my flipping spawn point. Anyway, now that I've defeated him twice, I have managed to craft myself the Solar Flare Armor. Because to make the Solar Flare Armor, you need the Solar Fragments and you need Luminite. I already had a lot of solar fragments because I battled the pillars twice, and now I have the and I had the Luminite because I fought Moonlord twice, and I had enough Luminite to make the solar flare armor and have a bit of Luminite spare, and managed to already reserve 10 Luminite bars for the construction of the Alpha Blade. Now I have everything that I need for the Alpha Blade, but the 20 Essences of Eternity, and we get the 20 Essences of Eternity from the final boss in the game, aka Overseer. He's actually the final boss of the mod, because he's not an actual vanilla boss, but you get the point. Overseer, he's the final guy on the list. I've killed everybody, and I mean everybody. Every single goddamn boss, event, and mini-boss is dead, apart from the final guy. Overseer's the last guy remaining. We can, use a Spirit Idol and a Spirit Biome during night time, so you have to summon him during the Spirit Biome. Makes sense, it's a Spirit mod, so you summon him in the Spirit Biome. And he's a Spirit Idol. Awaken the being, asleep for eons. Yeah, interesting. So Overseer, this final boss, there's no extra information for him. We're going to fight him quite soon, but not yet, because for now I gotta do some more preparations. The preparations include getting better armor, better weapons. The armor we already have. I can't get any better armor than Solar Flare armor. At this point, it's currently the best armor I can get. But weapons, I can still get better weapons. I have the Terrarian, as you know. The Terrarian is a weapon dropped by Moonlord. And we killed him twice. Unfortunately, he dropped the Terrarian twice in a row. Which means that, well, I didn't actually get two different weapons. I only just did get the Terrarian. Which I mean, I guess it's a good yo-yo, but I don't want it twice. Once is enough. I was hoping to get a different weapon the second time, because I got the Terrarian the first time. And I was hoping for something better, something different the second time. But no, I got a second Terrarian. So that's a bit inconvenient, but that's fine. We're probably gonna have to fight him again for a different weapon, because we're going to need some of the, Moonlord weapons in order to take on the Overseer, like the SDMG or the Star Raff. We're going to need that type of stuff if we wish to take on the Overseer. So that's what we're gonna have to go and fight Moonlord again. Killing him the first time was hard. Killing him the second time was no trouble at all, because we already had the Terrarian. The Terrarian absolutely destroyed him. Now that I have the Solar Flare armor and the Terrarian, we can absolutely obliterate Moonlord. But I don't plan on fighting him today. I don't know. We've been doing very intense fighting stuff for the past few episodes. We've been fighting the solar pillars. Oh, solar pillars. Keep on calling them solar pillars. They're lunar pillars. We first of all killed, the cultist. Then we were fighting all the lunar pillars. Then we were fighting Moonlord. It was very chaotic. But now, today I plan on doing something less chaotic. Today I just plan on doing some simple, easy building. This guy right here, Sigil. He is currently in my room. And I don't like that, so I'm gonna have to get him out of my room. And I'm probably gonna want to build him a house just like one of these, because simply I have all my NPCs living in these floating houses, as you know. So I'm gonna build Sigil a house, basically. And like I've said in the last episode, I'm gonna do that today. He's been with us. I mean, Sigil, we got him after we killed the lunatic cultist, because Sigil's basically the cultist, but not a lunatic. He's the lunatic cultist, but not the actual lunatic part. You get what I mean. He's basically the cultist, but the friendly version. He's here with us. And he's been here with us since we killed the cultist. So he's been with us all the way since, basically the lunar cultist fight. And the entire lunar stuff and fighting Moonlord. He's been with us for a rather long while. And he's been living in my room for an entire while. And now, today, I'm going to get him out of here. I'm going to get him out of my room. And I'm going to get him his own room. And all these houses have he already taken up. This empty room over here, because that's because the nurse is still vibing up there, because I want to keep her up there for now, because I still want to fight Moonlord later on. So we're going to keep her up there for now. But generally, all the rooms are taken up, so you have to go and build a new house. And I'm going to build a new one right here. And I'm going to build it in a way that is going to fit Sigil's, I guess, well, requirements, let's say. Because Shahal, he's obviously the cultist. The cultist lives pretty much in the dungeon. So I'm going to build him a house themed on the dungeon. Still going to be relatively similar to these houses, you know, the pearlwood walls and roofs and during the pearlwood building. But there's going to be a small pearlwood building, but underneath the pearlwood building, inside of the floating island, there's going to be a massive basement, and he's going to be living in that basement. It's hard to explain it to you, but you'll see what I mean after we build it. And we'll build it, well, right now. I did just murder a turkey accidentally, but yeah, it was an accident, so it's really fine. So yeah, we're amongst all these, you know, other beautiful houses, we're going to build Shahal's house somewhere around right here, in that empty space in between these two homes. So that is going to mean that Shahal's house is going to be the tallest, you know, floating island out in them all. So yeah, the latest thing that we built was this thing right here. It was Xanfor's UFO, that's just vibing down here. I'm going to show it in person. It's right here. Looks beautiful, I'm very pleased with it. It's very good, very nice. And now, today, we're going to build yet another thing, and that's going to be, obviously, Shahal's house. We're going to build it right here. I think Shahal is the final NPC that we have left to collect, left to obtain. Unless it's going to be an NPC that we're going to get after we kill the Overseer, which I don't think there will be, then I think, oh, for God's sake, you know. I think Shahal, in fact, will be the final NPC. So that means I can just build him a house with only one room, because we're not going to need more rooms, because there will not be more NPCs. If there will be more NPCs, I'll just simply build another house. But for now, let's just build Shahal a house. Because, as I said, I'm going to be building it as a basement that he's going to be living in. That's going to mean that entire underground floating island part is going to be much bigger. So these other island parts are quite small. Like, it's just a bit of island and the house is just towering over it. But it's going to have to be the other way around. The house is going to be very small, but the island itself is going to be massive. So, let's get to it, shall we? Let's first of all get the required materials. Alright then. So, we're going to need, well, first of all, the parts that we're going to use to actually build the island itself. AKA the dirt and the cloud blocks. So we're going to use those to go and build the actual island. Because that's where Shahal's going to be living. He's going to be living on an island, so I might need the blocks to build an island. First of all, let's go and build up the cloud blocks right from that house, because you need to build it from a block, if you get what I mean. Then we're going to have somewhere around over here. I guess that can be the bottom of it, because I want it to be relatively high up, so it's going to be a bit higher than the rest of all the other buildings. So Shahal's house is going to be, you know, the tallest of them all. Rather than, you know, kind of smacking it in the middle. Oh, hold on, the cloud block fell. Rather than smacking it in the middle between, you know, these other homes, we're going to have it towering, flying over them. There. As the cloud blocks regained. Now, over here, we're going to really make this a massive island. The biggest island yet. So, oh, we're in space. This area counts as space. That's a bit inconvenient because in space, wyverns spawn. And I don't really want wyverns to be floating around my house. That's the only bad thing about this housing system. Because, yeah, floating homes are cool, but floating homes head up too close to the sky. And the closer to the sky you get, the most dangerous it is, because we have wyverns and harpies and all that other stuff. Especially the modded flying enemies, so... Shahal's house is going to be the tallest. I'm not going to be building any more houses further up past his point, so... we shouldn't encounter too many wyverns, hopefully. Anyhow, let's get to it. So... we're going to have the beautiful, you know, space music playing, I think. Hold on. Yeah, look, we're going to have the beautiful space music playing. Actually, no, we're not. Untitled Merchant's here, that's good, actually, he's right there. And we're not actually gonna, well, actually, probably might have space music playing, because I kind of hear space, so I might have it playing. Anyway, Untitled Merchant has just jumped off the edge of the building, probably should find him, there he is. Are you selling a stopwatch by any chance? No, you're not. Well, in that case, you are no use to me, and you might as well die, because I need a stopwatch from him. And he doesn't have one, so, well, screw you, Mr. Merchant. Let's resume what we're doing. I already have the pearlwood stuff selected on my building thing, but yeah, for now, we're going to build the island. So, we're going to build it somewhere around, like, over here. We have to make it, as I said, a massive island. It's going to have to be absolutely massive. It's very hard to build like this. Destroy you. Actually, it's a bit too weird. There. Not bumpy enough. It's too flat. Islands aren't flat. Most of the time, anyway. There, that's a bit better. There, and destroy you. And connect you through there. There, yeah. That's good. Good. Gonna do the same on the other side. Something along those lines. Simply going up, making a beautiful, massive island. It's actually quite good, because you have a bunch of small, tiny islands, and then at the very top, above all the other small islands, we're going to have a massive island. Which is going to be quite good, you know. Very good. Actually, that's quite fitting. Small island, and then at the very top, massive island. But we need to make this even bigger. because we're going to obviously need to have a lot of the underground area. And I also, yeah, explain the space theme again, because I said this is going to be mostly in space, this thing, this home, so we're going to have the space music accompanying us for the day, which I mean, it's perfectly fine. Now, how about, there we are. Now, I think we want to make this a bit thicker, the cloud layer, because it's going to be a big island, so we need a lot of clouds for this. Let's make this cloud layer a lot thicker. There we are. Nice and thick clouds, beautiful. And then we can deal with the actual grass and that good stuff. There we are. Now it's the cloud itself. Good, 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 good. It's almost done. There we are. Now it needs to be at the same height. There we are. This needs to be at the exact same height, which it roughly is. Good. There we are. Now that's about good enough. Now let's go and fill this with dirt, shall we? There we are. Now we're gonna have first of all the dirt, actually, you know, the actual top of the island. We're gonna have a small tiny house, which is gonna be the entrance to the underground part. There we are. And then you can fill this with grass, and you can have all this as the actual home. You know, you could use dirt bombs. Dirt bombs would be very fast to fill this in, but I think filling this in normally would also be fine enough. Although I gotta actually no, let's build the house first, then you can start the area of dirt. Because I could fill all of this in with dirt, but I have to go and dig it all out again to build the house. Let's build the house first, then you can deal with the dirt. So first of all, actually we're not going to build the Pearlwood house, we're going to build his house. And his house is going to be built out of dungeon bricks. He lives in the dungeon. Well, I mean, he used to live in the dungeons. I think dungeon bricks are in fact the best choice. Where are the dungeon bricks? Oh, it's going to be quite hard to find them here. They're... Are they not called dungeon bricks? It could be called something else, like blue bricks. I want the blue ones. There they are. Yeah, they're just called blue brick. Thought so. I want the blue ones because they're going to fit with his outfit, because his outfit's blue, so yeah. And also going to need blue brick walls. There we are. Maybe she's going to be a bit of a mess, but hey. The entrance to the house is going to be roughly around over here. There we're going to be like that. And this is going to spawn off into a nice little underground house that he's going to have. Well, let me do that. Alright. Nice little underground house is going to be roughly around here. There we are. It's going to go around this deep. And it's simply going to be a small bit. It's going to be a small little chamber beneath the ground. How many blocks is this across? Hold on a minute. Let me pick all these torches up. There we are. And we have how many torches? 11 torches. Can be 11 blocks. Fair enough then. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I forgot to say, kill us to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, we don't count the... We don't count this block right here. Oh, for God's sake, my game just froze. There we don't count this block because we just don't really. Good, that's a nice little, roughly even house. Okay, good. That should be big enough. Should fit his needs, requirements. Should count as a house. So yeah. Now I'm gonna fill this in with walls, which should also be no problem at all. There we are. And so we decorate this house with dungeon, you know, furniture, and give him a nice little dungeon-like house. He probably doesn't like. He probably doesn't, you know. Doesn't really like the dungeon. He probably wasn't happy being the cultist. But that's fine, because here we don't care about human needs. We're gonna make this guy suffer. I mean, not intentionally, but I mean, I built him a dungeon house. If he doesn't like it, then I mean, his problem. That should be good. Small, you know, underground layer. We're gonna have the actual house over here, and the house is gonna lead into this underground dungeon-like basement where the guy's actually going to live. Good. Now, let's fill this empty space around it with dirt, because... well, that's what we're going to actually need to do. There we are. And simply that's going to make his house less of a floating chamber and more of an actual underground little basement dungeon thing, which is my general intention. There we are. As I was going to use, what do they call it? I was going to use dirt bombs, but there's no point now. We filled most of this in with the house itself. There's no point using dirt bombs. Might as well just fill in the last remaining parts with the actual normal dirt, like this. There we are, and this should make his house, well, frankly, quite beautiful. And it should make a fine addition to my floating house collection. Oh, yes, indeed. We build this across here, fill that in. Now we gotta fill in the underground part. Then we're gonna have to obviously turn all this dirt into grass. Because, frankly, grass is a bit better looking than dirt, being frankly honest with you. Because dirt is just dry mud, but grass is, well, probably quite nice. Beautiful, underground little house. We're gonna have the entrance right here. Now, probably should build a Pearlwood house first, just so that I know how much of this I need to turn into actual, how much I need to turn this into actual grass. Let's build a Pearlwood house now, then you can deal with everything else. So we need the pearl wood. Pearl, oh, for God's sake, stop turning on the map. Pearl wood, yeah. Also, talking about the map, this looks quite good to be honest. It's a little underground basement instead of the dirt. So this is actually, as you can see, the biggest island. Like, all these islands are very small, but you have this massive island just floating at the very top. It's good. It looks very good. I like it. Now, we need the pearl wood, yes, I was saying. We need you, and we need you. My inventory is going to be a massive mess, but that is fine. Now, you are all going to, of course, we don't have the... In 1.4, in the new version, obviously, you have the block swap thing. Where, hold on, deer, I gotta shoot a deer. Snap the deer! Hold on, I missed the deer. Hey, where does it go? Come back! Ah, come back. Come on. There, beautiful shot. Now, as I was saying, in 1.4, we have the feature where if you try to place on a block, if you try to place a block on another block, that block's going to be destroyed. Because I have the block swap. But we don't have this in this version, so I gotta physically destroy the, blocks myself, which is a bit inconvenient. Let's say the house is going to be this wide. Which is the same kind of length as this, but yeah, a bit one off, basically. Alright, good, good, good. Nice, and we gotta fill all this in with beautiful pearl wood. There we are. That's good. Then we're going to get ourselves a trap door. Hold on a minute. I forgot. So we're gonna press R, it opens the map, which is a bit annoying. And I press O, it opens that trap door. There we are. And I can go back to the pearlwood stream. Pearl wood. There we are. Now, smack the trap door right there. So you won't be able to tell that it's a secret house right underneath. Perfect. Beautiful. Amazing. Now, we're going to go and actually we've got to build the pearlwood house itself. I think I'm going to build a small little kind of hut, really. Because the real main part is going to be obviously the underground little dungeon. So it's going to be a small hut, and the real house is going to be underneath. Let's kind of build it like that. There we are. That's going to be a good little house. You can kind of simply go roughly somewhere in the middle, build a little... Do we have a house like that? The closest house that we have to my design that is in my mind is something like this. But it's going to be a bit bigger, so that's fine. We can go and build this. It's still going to be a bit different, a bit similar. Now I want it to be roughly... How many... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, that's 5, indeed. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 7. 6, 7. There we are. And then from here, we mark that. That'll be good enough. Now we can go and destroy all those torches because they're only there for block counting purposes. Nothing other than that. Throw our character down to the edge. There we are. And now, where did I land? On the building. Good. And now we can really go and build a small, tiny little, I guess, top part of the little, roof. Boom, 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 boom. Then boom, 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 boom. And connect you like that. And yeah, that's going to basically going to be the house. And I need some doors. 1, 2. Perfect. Boom. I'm setting the other house. Great. Boom. There we are. Now I'm going to fill this in with pearlwood walls. Alright then. Now how about we just do that. And it's going to be, frankly, one beautiful house. With a nice little creepy secret dungeon right underneath. Alright. Beautiful. And this way... Well, because we have a nice looking house. I wouldn't make this island so big normally, but I kind of had to because I wanted to fit a dungeon inside of the island, so I had to make the island much bigger. Which I mean is, to be honest, not a problem because we're going to obviously have a... There's going to be the final island, and it's going to be, obviously, the island at the very top. So you have to make it a bit more special near the islands, so you can do that by making it the biggest island. There we are. I'm going to destroy you and fill you in with 2 of these. There we are. 2. Beautiful. And boom, boom. Good. That really looks good. That looks, frankly speaking, quite nice. But it's not finished yet. Far from it. Now, we need to first of all turn all this dirt into actual grass. Then you can light this entire thing up. Because to be honest, it's quite dark. So, turn it into you. There, try to make the outside a bit more grassy. There we are. Beautiful. Make all that into grass with the amazing Staff of Regrowth. Which, frankly speaking, the Staff of Regrowth is one of the best items in this game. Because it's just so convenient for building. Like, there's no such thing as a grass block like in Minecraft. You can only build with dirt. Then you gotta have to wait for all the, grass to turn into dirt, and it's a bit annoying. But with this amazing wand, you can just make all the dirt and the grass, and it's frankly quite beautiful. And that already looks much better. The little green on the outside. Maybe smack some more kind of like, grass parts in the middle. That's some little dots of grass. That looks very strange on the map. Okay. That looks incredibly strange on the map. Yeah, okay. How about we don't do that then? How do you remove grass? I think you gotta remove the... Hold on. How about... Let's quickly go and make the brightness a bit brighter. There we are. And now quickly you just remove all this. There we are. So it looks a bit more normal. Hold on. Cotton picking second. Some controlled excavation this is. There we are. There we are. Just remove the little few green parts because I've added too many. The traveler merchant's gone. Great. When did I ask? Now quickly go and fill this in. I can turn the light hack off. There we are. I can replace all those parts because basically I've turned too many of those dirt blocks inside on the grass and look weird on the map, so now I simply gotta change them back into normal dirt. There we are. Just like that. Huh. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful. And it can still look rather fine on the map because it's gonna look good on the map and look good in person. So yeah. Now turn that back into dirt. Now we gotta worry about the lighting because it's getting dark, so yeah. I could use my light hack, but that's a bit weird looking then, so no. And it looks, that looks fine on the map in my opinion. Also, grass gonna start growing on that, you know, dirt on that, well, actual grass, tall grass can start growing in the normal grass, which is finally quite good. You can maybe smack a few trees down as well for aesthetic purposes. Anyway, lighting. So, pearlwood lights, we're gonna need maybe like pearlwood chandeliers, something like that. You can maybe get a pearlwood chandelier in here, and another pearlwood chandelier. Yes, and I'm going crazy with two chandeliers. Another one right over here. That evenly spread, evenly enough. There we are. Now I'm going to need to get ourselves a pearlwood lamp right into here. Actually, maybe two pearlwood lamps. There we are. That will light up the entire house. Now get some lights in the outside. I'm being assaulted by a flippant thing. Stop. There we are. Kill 200 harpies. Great. And now I gotta get some other source of light quickly. What's a different good source of light? For example, a good source of light would be. So I need something that I could put in the outside. I know. Simply smack these two little things in the side. Simply hit them with a hammer twice. Boom, boom, and boom, boom. Then quickly go and grab two of you and smack you onto here, and that's gonna simply light up the outside. Beautiful. But I'm still gonna grab a few of these pearlwood lamps to smack out here. Just light up this entire outside area. There we are. That's really nice and lit up and looking a lot better. There we are. It's basically a lit up floating island, not a dark floating island. Good. Now we need the inside furniture, then we can worry about the furniture of the basement. And generally the basement in general. So, we need pearlwood furniture. First of all, you always need a table and a chair. That's the most important part. Yeah, actually, to be honest, people can live in this, you know, in this little upper part, upper building, but I want to live in the underground part, so, yeah. Alright, that's nice. Then we're going to need a piano. Where's the piano? Right there, because a piano is in fact a legal requirement in every single building in this town. It just is. We can get a pearlwood dresser into here, just for aesthetic purposes. This will not fit. Okay. Okay, get you in the bin. But it can in fact fit in what would look nicely here? A sofa, of course. You need a sofa in every single house. And then you need something to put into here. Quickly remove these like candles because they look a bit strange. Instead, let's fit into here a. What could we smack in the loft? What's the thing that you usually put in the loft? A bathtub? You know what? Yeah, smack the bathtub in the flipping loft. Alongside a sink. Where's the sink? It's right here. Smack the sink in. Then the source of light can be just a very conveniently hanging one of these on both sides, just because, you know, I like when things are equal to that. Good, beautiful. That looks good. That I gotta say looks, frankly speaking, quite dandy. Yeah, it's furnished. That's good enough in my opinion. That looks like a house to me. Beautiful. Now, I'm gonna first of all plant some trees in here because it looks very barren about these trees. You gotta make trees go faster in this game, so I'm gonna simply just plant the seeds and just wait for them to grow. Do I have seeds in my inventory? No, so we need the acorns. They're called acorns of seeds. There we are. Smack one over here, and the other one, let's just say, over close to the house. There's basically two little trees on either side. Now we're going to need the dungeon stuff. So how about we go into dungeon? There we are. So, we need first of all lights of some kind of. Yeah, the dungeon candles. Ah, good. Okay, smack a table down there. I can't really see anything. Oh, the tree has already grown. How convenient. I've got to wait on the second one. Smack you into here, and then smack the candle onto you so I can see something. There we are. Nice and green, very creepy and dungeony. Can smack a dungeon chair in there. Then I'm going to need to smack a dungeon chair on the other side. Hold on, smack you right there. You can face the other direction. Perfect. That's really quite good. Now we're also going to need ourselves a dungeon bookcase, a blue one, of course. There we are. Music box. I mean, I could get a dungeon music box. Dungeon piano. Obviously, it's not a legal requirement. Here we are. Then we can get a blue dungeon lamp on this side of the house. Tile out of that side. Perfect. That's really looking good. Nice and dungeony. Like a dungeon would look. Then we get ourselves a dungeon bed. The blue one. Because blue dungeon beds, I mean, are nice and blue. Smack it right there. And you can smack one more item of furniture. A blue dungeon sofa. There we are. Right here. Perfect. Anything else I want to smack into there? I could put maybe possibly a blue dungeon chandelier, the hell it's called. There we are. And a dungeon chandelier. Smack you right here. There we are. That's a very green and creepy dungeon, but that's was the intention. And now we can go and we can smack ourselves 2 platforms, or dungeon platforms. I don't want a dungeon shelf, I want a... Actually, you know, just smack the dungeon shelves. Does actually look quite good. There's a zombie beating on one of the doors. Oh, it's a full door, no, there is one. Where is it though? Is it down here? No? I sort of got heard a zombie hit a door. Could be hearing things, but I think I am hearing things. Huh. Well, anyway, back to what we were doing. So this, maybe go back into normal mode, normal view, there we are. This already looks quite good. I'm very pleased with the way this looks. Look, I gotta put more grass on obviously that side, but we're working on that. This really looks, in fact, quite good. Very good indeed. But can we add anything else? How does it look on the map? Pretty good to get ourselves down here, so we're not in there. Pretty good. Nice little, you know, kind of, you know, house at the very top of all the other houses, kind of just floating there menacingly. And yeah, it's nice, it's beautiful, it's a fine addition to all the other beautiful floating homes. Maybe put it a bit too high because it's too much of a gap here, but that's fine. It's simply there. It's nice. It's good. Now the real test is, can we make Shahal actually live in here? Inside the dungeon? Yes, we can. Perfect. Shahal will now live in the dungeon. He's going to move in there in a minute. But this, frankly, is exactly what I had in mind. Exactly what I intended. Can remove this stuff from my inventory I don't need. There we are. But yeah. There's my intention. Also, I will no longer require the cloud and dirt blocks because now we have built every single island that we need, so we can throw those away. A safe, of course, because I have these safes filled with a bunch of statues that I want to place down somewhere. We didn't actually, no, we did put statues there. Every single other home has statues, but this one doesn't. Okay, we can smack some statues across here then. Boat Skeleton statue, that's a good place. That's a good statue for this type of house. Smack it on this side. There we go. Because I was gonna say the roof looks a bit barren, but you can fill the roof in with beautiful statues. A potion statue, yep. Shahal's a bit of a strange looking guy. He looks like he likes potions in that. King statue, no. Blood zombie statue. Yeah, how about a blood zombie statue? Smack it down right around. Maybe inside. How about we do put it inside actually? It's a good place for one of these. Open the trapdoor, first of all. For the area. And how about we smack this statue right into here. In the area. Nice and scary. I also love how the dungeon part is inside of the actual, you know, normal. It has a normal, you know, music. But the second you actually step into the house, it plays a space music because this counts as space. Yeah. Actually, could we actually make someone live in this top house? Yes. So this island can fit 2 people. One person that can live in the dungeon, that's going to be Shahal's house, and then also one person can live in the actual house itself. So if we need to get someone else, if there's like another NPC that comes after you kill the final boss, then we will be able to accommodate him into this floating island. So if there's an extra NPC that needs a house, we can simply give him this house here on this island right here. He can live inside of there. So yeah, which yet again means we won't have to build any more houses. It's going to be the final house I ever had to build in this mod anyway. But it's good. Very good indeed. Now, any more statues you can smack down? I think we can smack down at least 1 more. We have 2 corruptor statues. How about smack a corruptor statue on the very roof right here? Ah, beautiful. That looks very good. The way the corruptor statue is kind of like faces up. Yeah, that's good. That's a nice addition to the home. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, it's my throwing magic down here. My inventory is a lot more clearer now because I've removed a few items. All these items down here also can go once you craft the alpha blade. So my inventory is going to be nice and sorted out. Yep. This crag bounce stuff I never use. I probably should just put it away, to be honest. It just takes up space in my inventory. Yes, put that away. But generally the house is very good. Now, yeah, Shahal should move in that we have left the vicinity of his house. Once we get back there, he should be there. First of all, though, summoner weapon, smack you into here. Voila, remove the fallen star. Good, good, good. Now my inventory is even more clear. Beautiful. So, Shahal should now be inside of this floating island, shouldn't he? Yeah, there he is. Living right there. Beautiful. I said it's a bit barren, but that's because, obviously, there are... The outside is a bit barren. Left side's fine, but the right side is completely emptied because the tree has not grown. Once that tree grows, it's going to look very good. Because most of the floating islands are just... on top of the floating island, we have a house. Here, a bunch of floating island rooms that is completely empty. That's going to be taken up by the homes now, by the trees and that, so... Yeah, so basically, we're going to have a tree grow here quite soon. And, well, it's going to look quite nice and dandy. But generally, this looks good. I've only been attacked by a wyvern yet either, which is a very good sign. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a good point to finish off today. We've managed to dedicate this entire episode to the house building, which is exactly what I wanted. So yeah, but hold on a minute. The wall looks a bit empty. Like, the actual dungeon part is fine. That looks nice. But the wall in the actual house is a bit empty right here. Maybe I can smug something there. I'll see in a minute. Yo, Jahal, you happy? Once again, thank you for pardoning me. You are a kind soul. Well, I assume that he's happy with this new house he got. Oh, this guy now sells the Celestial Sigil. Oh, that's very convenient. Actually, it makes sense. He's, you get him after you kill the cultist. He's, he's pretty much an endgame NPC, so it's very convenient that he actually sells a Celestial Sigil. And this thing summons Moonlore, so I won't actually have to cheat these in or craft them with, lunar fragments. I can just simply go and buy it from him. Very convenient. Thank you, kind sir. Anyway, hope you like your new house, because you'll spend the rest of eternity in there. Anyway, now, I want to see, do I have any, other decorational wall items? Like, for example, that scroll just killed itself. For example, do we have any... where the construction there? Anything that could go on a wall, like a painting, for example. Yes, no, we don't have any paintings. That's inconvenient. How about we find ourselves a painting, shall we? Paint... no, just get paint. I didn't think of that. Sky painting, mist painting. Let's get the sky... no, because that's from the mod. What's a painting name? Because we need to search up the name of the painting. Well, how about we go into other... no, it's not there. If we go into placeables, tile, no, walls. Walls. No, it's actually, those are the physical walls. I want... where would they store paintings in this list? Is there going to be any other section? I don't know, it could be actually. A fish in there, all that stuff, broken items, sigils. These are the Essence of Eternity, which I actually need, quite ironically. No, the paintings aren't on there. I just want some goddamn painting style at this house. Because a painting would be exactly what I need, but I don't know. Actually, I know. What the hell is that? Unloaded item. Great. The painter sells paintings. Maybe I can buy a painting from him. Because I think he sells a different painting each day or something like that. Well, he has a painting for me, doesn't he? No. Actually, he has two. I'm going to take the daylight painting, because that's a pretty good painting in my opinion. Let's take that and just smack that up. It's made by, yeah, Customora. A lot of paintings by that guy in this mod. Actually, if I type in his name, that item search, it's going to show up. V. Nolan. Costa. No. Actually, no, that's, yeah. There's another painting over here. Blood Moon Countess. Actually, that could be a good painting instead. Let's try that out, shall we? See if that one's going to look better. Oh, that's absolutely massive. But it does fit. But it's a bit... no, it's a bit too big. What about this painting? This actually looks good. Plus, it's actually quite ironic. They have a nice little, painting of some, green trees in that. And right underneath that, we have a flippin' creepy, scary dungeon. Perfect. Frankly speaking, just perfect. So good. I gotta say, I'm quite pleased with this build. It's a pretty good house. Yeah, it's a good house. There's nothing else to say. It's simply a nice, beautiful house. And Shahal should be hopefully quite happy in there. So yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to finish off right here for today. One last thing I'm going to change it before we go. I'm going to quickly go and change this into dirt. Because it looks a bit weird that it's not dirt. This part right here. Change that into dirt. And that should be hopefully fine. Boom, 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 boom. And if we just go and get the Staff of Regrowth. Staff, there we are. And we change that into there. Perfect. That should look a bit better now. Less awkward, per se. Put into that. Remove you. Now click to go and remove items to the ground. And there we are. No, hold on. Wrong button. And there we are. As you can see now, I'm going to be attacked by fucking bone harpy. Now, that looks a bit better. Still a bit... Actually, it looks a bit flat now. Well, that's fine. Anyway, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, we've run out of time. So yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode. And hope to see you guys in the next episode. Where in the next episode we'll go and we'll most likely fight Moonlord again. Gather ourselves the required items, gather ourselves the required weapons, and get ourselves ready for the battle against Overseer. But that will be in the next episode. For now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As I said, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Where in the next one we'll go and we'll farm out the Moonlord. Sounds strange, but basically we'll kill him again and again and again until we get what we want. That sounds even worse. Whatever. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and yeah, goodbye.